So Ken is from St. Louis. He's a former voice talent on radio, a publisher, newspaper. He's presently a business owner with Aflac, and he's an extremely funny guy. And he says, by the way, the duck will be okay.
For those concerned about the Aflac duck, he does survive.
So Ken's speech tonight is from the Communicator number 6. It's 5 to 7 minutes, and
right here. Rolling?
Yes, sir.
Oh, very cool. We're going to edit that out. All right, cool. Welcome, Toastmasters. You know, one thing I've never spoken about, I've never talked about this. My radio days. Now, when I was in college, you're single, no kids, and if you're like me, no studying either. But we had a college radio station. I had some friends who did a radio show in the evening. I was 21 years old, 1982, and I decided to go up and visit them. I want to see what a real radio station is going to do, because I've never been to radio. Loved listening to it, but never saw them in action. So, went up to the tower, the administration building, old, Capitol-looking thing. They said, "Hey, you want to work here?" "Really? You mean like on the air?" He goes, "No. Pull some records for us." Okay, so I pulled records, you know. Got them out, sat there, watched them do their thing. By the way, we have Ken Petty here with us in the studio. Microphone didn't get to me because, no. He goes, "Want to do weather?" No. I don't want to talk. After the break, and with weather, here's Ken Petty. Tonight, partly cloudy, and tomorrow, in the daytime, a high of 64, and tomorrow night, chance of snow. Back to you, Bob. Scared. I was sweating. It's January. My shirt's perspiring. And I wasn't fat then either. Please let this stop. Hey, you want to do a show with us? Are you kidding me? I was nervous. I shook. And there was no earthquake. Even though we're on the New Madrid's fault. This came short of course. College radio. It's all right. You did good. Come back next week. Okay, just don't surprise me anymore. Now you're going to do 3 hours of radio. Do I get to play what I want to play? Yeah, just play records and talk. It's easy. So I did. Loved it. It was great. You got a kid? Yeah, go home. 3 hours? 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. And I get to play rock. That's wonderful. Now, this is not WKRP. I didn't say booger on the air. I didn't run around with drug-crazed references. But it got me thinking, I could do this for a living. So I applied at the AM Pop radio station, KGIR AM, Cape Girardeau. By the way, Rush Limbaugh started there 8 years before I did. Same studio, same microphone. It wasn't golden, if you guys know who Rush Limbaugh is. And it was scary, because I was the guy who was going to fill in for whoever wasn't there that day. So if it was a morning guy, I was in there early morning. If it was the nighttime guy, I was there in the nighttime. And I couldn't go by my own name. No, because people will call you on the phone and bother you at home. Fans. I can deal with that. No, Ken, no. We can't be liable if you end up dead somewhere. All right, Dan Gray. I go with Dan Gray. That's what happened. Now I'm going to tell you that commercial radio is not like it was in college, where I could talk and yabber and da-da-da-da. Time, temperature, name of the artist, name of the song, who you are. Don't really deviate because you're new. Don't deviate. Oh, man. It was so hard. And then I had to do Sundays. Now I've got a story about Sundays that's a little embarrassing, but bear with me. We do obituaries on a rock station. AM rock station in Cape Jordan. No one else would do them. 8-track thing looking things called carts. And we had commercials on them. The obituary cart had all of our mortuaries and cemetery people, funeral homes. Now I've done this before. I'm a pro at Sunday obituaries. I can do this. No, I couldn't. Because old people have really odd names. And I came across this one name. And now, for the obituary report. Brought to you for that whole thing. Coming out of that little commercial on the obituary report, gave us a couple names. Then I pulled out the name from hell. It had like 19 H's in the name. That's not the bad part. The bad part was me trying to pronounce this because loved ones are listening. They want to hear their loved one's name. Not Jim Smith or Paul Adams or Leslie Duncan. It was, and I don't remember the name, but I'm going to try and make it up. It was bad. Harma Hiro Ha Hum Hurricane. Put the card back in. Play the commercial again. And I just laughed. I couldn't believe I couldn't pronounce his name. It was driving. I gotta do this guy. I've got to do this guy. 30 seconds. This commercial's over. Back to our obituary report. Commercial back in. That went on for 3 times. When I came out of that last time, I just put it away. I feel sorry for their relatives if they were living. If you guys are, by the way, here and that was your guy, I apologize. But radio is tough. It's not all fun and games. It's tough work. You have to be able to overcome your vocal imperfections. Like I have a lisp. I've learned to overcome them. I've gone from speaking in front of a microphone with no one else in the room to speaking in front of a room full of people with no microphone. So, thank you for indulging me, Mr. Toastmaster.
Wow.
Minutes to prepare that